And just like that, the next episode has begun. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations 2. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist. I suck at video games, I suck at commentary, and apparently that's 3 times in a row that I can't get the name of this game right. Anyway, so when we last left off, we were, doing some logic chess. So let's go and continue. Actually, also it's the 4th of July, so for my American viewers out there, happy 4th of July. We had Canada Day on the first episode of this recording session. Now we have the 4th of July, so happy Independence Day! May you find some sleep in the resting hours of the fireworks that happened. Resting hours, what am I talking about? Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. The next move will decide the outcome. He may be the president, but there is a hole in his logic. Let me break it wide open. I challenge the validity of your claim to extraterritorial rights. Do you truly understand what it is you're saying? Of course, and I stand by it. You dare doubt my words? You have no shame! Such irredeemable ignorance. It troubles me greatly. There is no need to worry. I do not need to be saved. It is Miss Swift whom I wish to save from these false charges that you have laid against her. I admire your tenacity. However, your wish is unattainable. The extraterritorial laws are unshakable. This blade is Jung Fa territory. I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. I should try another line of attack. Let me try something real quick. Say, what should I be ashamed of? Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered. Nope. Nonsense! You're just wasting my time with pointless chatter. This is a needless statement. Yeah, I figured as much, but I wanted to check just in case. I must not be intimidated by his words. If I observe his behavior closely, I should be able to read his emotions. Anyway, aren't you being too forceful? Permit me to say this, because like the way that I'm playing this, because I've talked about this before. One of my favorite games are the Last Window, like the Kyle Hyatt games, right? Last Window and what's its English title for the first one? Hotel Dusk. And yeah, so like there are plenty of times where you have to question people, and it's just like it's pretty much just like logic chess. Although in that game, like the consequences are a lot more negative. Like especially towards like the end of the games. Like if you choose like the wrong line of questioning, you end up like you'll just lose. Like you'll end up offending the person you're questioning, and you won't get like a certain dialogue chain. And then like once you run out of dialogue chains, you'll get a game over. So like this to me feels like Last Window on easy mode right now. For now, I know apparently Mr. Phoenix Edgeworth said that like these logic chess things will really screw you over potentially, but we'll see. Permit me to say this. Don't you feel that you... But, like, it's very similar, actually, I think. Permit me to say this. Don't you feel that your actions are too forceful? Who asked for your opinion? All you need to do is obey. Forceful is the wrong word. It is authority. Leadership. So you arrested Miss Swift because you felt you had the authority to do so? Yes. That girl is a criminal. There is no room for dispute. Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered, no? Yeah, okay. Here we are. Aren't you being too forceful? Permit me to say this. You wait and see. The shooting took place outside the plane. Only she could have done it. So I need to remember not to make like claims like, oh, I can say this if I don't have any like clues yet. Like I'm being too forced. Like sometimes I try to like shit, it doesn't work like that. But the shooting took place outside the plane. Only she could have done it. That's it. Outside the plane. The shooting occurred outside the plane. This could be a very important clue. Is your claim valid? I challenge the validity of your claim. Of course, I stand by it. Wait and see. Actually, we're getting very close to filling here. Okay. Time to use that clue. The gun came from outside. Here we go. Although I will say one difference between this and Last Window / Hotel Dusk is, like, in this game, you know, there's a time limit, so there's that added sense of pressure. Whereas in the Last Window games, there isn't. Although I feel like that game's probably a bit more stressful because, like I said, one mistake. No, early on it's not the case, but like I said, like towards the end of the games, one mistake. And you have to, that completely screws everything over, and you have to restart. You have to be very careful with that. Indeed, I do not question your extraterritorial rights inside this plane. However, you just claimed that the shooting took place outside the plane. Yes, if it didn't happen inside the plane, extraterritorial laws do not apply. Your claim has fallen apart. Miss Swift's arrest is invalid. Impossible! To be bested by a mere prosecutor. I am the president! President! Sorry, sir. Mere lawyers and mere prosecutors. We can overcome you. Oh, I remember the last person who's called Phoenix, you know, a mere lawyer. He also dressed in purple, didn't he? Checkmate, Mr. President. Like I said, Last Window easy mode. I'm just waiting for it to screw me over eventually, though. Mr. President, will you allow us to continue with our investigation? I yield. I will allow it. My heart is generous. My heart is tolerant and merciful. Therefore, as such, certainly, thus, we shall. It is our duty for a most noble cause. Gentlemen, now is the time. I, the President of Zheng Fa, for the sake of the investigation. I just thought of something. What if this isn't the same president? What if this is like a decoy person? I don't know. I don't have enough evidence to go off of that just yet. I could be wrong, but yeah, what if he isn't actually the president? He's like a decoy of some sort, like a double. From Save Point. This guy sure likes beating around the bush. Knightley, we have received the President's permission. Could you return our evidence? Tsk, here. Knightley returned all the evidence. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth! Indeed. Now we can resume the investigation. It's funny how happy you are just because I gave you your precious pieces back. Now let's see how well you use them. Pay attention then. Here's my next move. Mr. President, may I make one more request of you? Would you please testify about the moment of the incident? Testify. Hey, hold on a sec. That's your next move? Isn't that the sort of thing you lead to the courts? Naturally, it's a courtroom procedure. However, I'd still like to hear what he has to say. If he refuses to cooperate with the investigation, he will have to give a clear reason. Is there something wrong? Knightley, stand down. I shall grant the honorable prosecutor's request. I thank you for your cooperation. Now, heed my words. President's testimony. Where was I when the incident occurred? Ah, yes, the stage. Then, Rook and Knightley suddenly appeared and stood in front of me. After that, I heard a gunshot and a red balloon bursting. And so, those two attempted to escort me into the plane.
But then, the second gunshot. The bullet pierced through Rook's body and struck my bulletproof vest.
If that's the case, then the president is a victim too, right?
It was an assassination attempt. Mr. Rook just happened to get caught up in it, unfortunately.
But isn't it strange? Why would the victim want to interrupt the investigation?
Of course. If this becomes public, it would cause problems.
I see! There's still some deep, dark secret behind this case, right?
Certainly the president, perhaps Knightley too, know this secret. Without fail, I shall reveal it for all to see.
Rebuttal. President's testimony.
Where was I when the incident occurred? Ah, yes, the stage.
Save game in, suspend play, yes please. From save point.
Where was I when the incident occurred? Ah, yes, the stage.
Are you aware of just how serious this incident is?
You naive man, did you think I would be perturbed by that question? Of course, I am well aware that a coward attempted to shoot me. At the time, I was on the stage delivering my speech. Then, Rook and Knightley suddenly appeared and stood in front of me.
Did you realize there was a shooter when they appeared in front of you?
What was I doing at that time? Ah, yes, the speech. During my speech, I was in a super, euphoric state, a state of nothingness and enlightenment.
So, you got nervous and you blanked out?
Nay, I have not forgotten a single occurrence that transpired during my speech. When Rook and Knightley appeared in front of me, I was surprised. After that, I heard a gunshot and a red balloon bursting.
A red balloon?
You try my patience, prosecutor.
That was not my intention. I just want to make sure your recollections are reliable.
There was balloons on both sides of the stage, swirling red and cloudy sky, as laid out in the security plan.
Security plans? Ah, the one from the back.
They stepped in front of me just before the balloon burst.
Security plans?
Ran me just before the balloon burst. And so, those two attempted to escort me into the plane.
Attempted to escort you? What actually happened?
That's right, attempted. Rook and Knightley raised their attaché cases.
That's the moment shown in case photo.
They led me towards the plane. But then, the second gunshot.
What happened after the second gunshot?
Pitiful prosecutor, if you don't know that much, you're not fit for duty.
What's that supposed to mean?
I grow weary of needless repetition. It should be quite obvious. Even you should know the path of the second bullet. The bullet pierced through Rook's body and struck my bulletproof vest.
When the bullet hit, what condition was the victim in?
Oh, he was truly a man among men. Still groaning from the bullet's impact, he grabbed hold of me and dashed into the plane.
So you entered the plane along with the victim?
I am to be protected. Rook was to protect me. That was his role.
He speaks firmly. But it feels like he's just dodging the question, sir.
He's a president. That's to be expected.
There doesn't seem to be anything out of place. Since he's also a victim, he wouldn't have a reason to lie, sir. So, what's he said should be nothing but the truth. Like the book?
On the contrary, there is one point that stands out to me as odd. Try to recall the state of the crime scene.
Really? Show me the evidence!
Perhaps I should review it one more time.
Where was when the incident occurred? Ah, yes, the stage. Then Rook and Knightley suddenly appeared and stood in front of me. After that, I heard a gunshot and a red balloon bursting. And so, those two attempted to escort me into the plane. But then, the second gunshot. The bullet pierced through Rook's body and struck my bulletproof vest. After that, I heard a gunshot and a red balloon bursting. So, are we going to present the whatchamacallit here? Alright, say it has ruptured. Because it wasn't a red balloon. I mean, like, it's upside... you know, like, it... anyway. A red balloon burst. I'm afraid that's not the case. I mean, like, it's kind of red if you look at it upside down, right?
What?
Please have a look at this piece of evidence. Can you see what has burst?
No! This is... what exactly?
It's a still samurai, warrior of New Tokyo. You too well to remember it. If you wish to win the support of this nation's people. And don't forget the rival show, the Jammin' Ninja! The balloon that was ruptured by the bullet was no ordinary red balloon. It was a still samurai balloon.
But according to the plans, there should have been 2 red balloons. It says so right here in the security plan.
It certainly looks like there are 2 round balloons drawn here.
Knightley, what is the meaning of this? Explain at once.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The still samurai balloon was a last-minute replacement.
Replacement?
That's what we were told. Seems that information didn't make it to the president. He ran into a little trouble during setup last night. One of the balloons that we had prepared burst.
So you scrambled to find a replacement?
Exactly. We just happened to run into a guy manning our stand in the park. He said he'd lend us the still samurai balloon. He was kind of a poser.
A stand, a still samurai balloon, and a poser.
We pumped air into its red samurai pants to create a makeshift balloon.
So the still samurai balloon looked just like an ordinary red balloon. Is that what you mean?
Knightley, why was I not informed of this?
Sir, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't think it was important enough to report.
Couldn't you tell by just looking at it?
I did not notice it.
Oh, okay. I think I know what's going on here. It's not that he's a fake president or anything, but his eyesight is... Is he going... Maybe... I'm not quite sure if he's going blind or... But there's something wrong with his eyesight. So he mistook the still samurai's pants for an ordinary balloon. Was there a reason why you made that mistake?
Oh!
What now?
A moment, please.
Like, you know, like the people just suddenly appear before him, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
A moment, please. I just remembered now. I could not see the balloon very well.
You couldn't see it?
Exactly. At the time, the wind was strong.
Now he's telling a half-truth here.
The flags on the stage were fluttering wildly, and they obstructed my view.
The flags?
Did you not see the flags that were set up on both sides of the stage? Due to the strong wind, they were waving about, just like this.
So a strong wind was blowing at the time of the incident. The flags are fluttering wildly. Is there a problem with that? Okay, I'll see you guys in the next episode.